what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It is Crafty Carly here with another video for all of you. So today we are going to be doing a fun thing, but today I actually have guests. They're on the phone. You guys can't see them, but they will be popping up on the screen. So introduce yourselves, friends.
Hi, I'm Kira, and I'd say I'm a pretty good crafter. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to say hi. It turns out cringy every time, but I'm Emily, and I honestly don't know why I'm here. I can't do crafts to save my life.
Okay, so those are my friends Kira and Emily. They're going to be doing a garbage art challenge with me today. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
No, yes, no, maybe so. Sorta. Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to try to make art out of garbage. Right? Yeah? Pretty much.
Jokes out of the way where I can call myself trash. Can I get all those jokes out of the way?
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go gather some trash off camera, bring it back to my room. You guys are going to gather it with me over the phone, and then we're going to film ourselves making some sort of art out of it and see who does it best. So, you know, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and turn on the post notification bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. Now, I guess, let's just get started. Okay, so this is my friends over here. We're recording now. So, we're going to show you guys what we got. So, basically the challenge is you have to use garbage to make something cool. But I did allow paint and glue to be a part of it because that would be stupid.
Were you allowed paint?
Yes.
You want a stapler?
No, I said paint and glue.
Oh, wait. Oh, God. That's my whole plan. It's cheddar.
Well, and scissors. And scissors, but like scissors is kind of scissors. So we're going to show you what we got, you know? Okay, so I'm going to go first. So I got this tissue box, this floral gel bead container thing, newspaper, because I feel like everyone throws away newspaper. I got this Coca-Cola can, or box thing. I got 2 Sprite cans, a popcorn box, 2 water bottles, and a Target box. And the can and stuff is in here. So now my friends are going to say it. So, Kira, you are first.
Okay, so I have these little bottles because I've had them in my room forever, and I was gonna throw them away. So there's this apple juice one, or apple soda. There's this one that I don't know what it is, and I took the tag off of. And there's a Fanta one. And then I also have this little bag of like rocks and things like these because I don't know why I had those. And then I have this box of old beads and safety pins that we were going to give away, but I could use it for this.
Mm-hmm.
And then last thing I have is I have this box full of matches and cool matchboxes. I thought they looked pretty cool. So yeah.
Okay, there's one more thing though, is that I also found candy wrappers. So, I've been collecting these, so write this journal. Okay, Emily, your turn. I think I dropped my sunglasses in my trash can. That's great.
I have like an empty curtain. I just dug the trash from back there, and apparently my mom's throwing away this bowl, plastic bowl. What else do I have? I have bottles that are in trash. I have my mom's a repeat seller, so I have like bubble wrap, trash bag. I have paper, cardboard. Over here, I have a paint can. Okay, this is probably the main thing I'm getting. This is, I can talk about it later, but this is the worst stuff on this entire planet. I hate it so much. I was planning on tossing it into like a ritual and maybe like setting it on fire. But yeah, we're gonna use it now to maybe make it something pretty.
Okay, is that everything?
I think so. I might have to 2 cans. I might have to go grab some more cans in a little bit, but oh my god, how did I forget more? Right up paintbrushes.
So paintbrushes are allowed, like, to paint with. You don't have to use your hands. But for the whole video, I'm going to put them on this side of the screen so that you can see what they're doing while they're doing it, and then you'll see me do. So, I'm going to resituate the camera and we'll get started.
Okay, so the screen recording is a bit off throughout the whole thing, but yeah. So I'm just going to do a voiceover of what I'm doing, and then my friends asked me to say a few things about them throughout the video. So I'm starting off by cutting a bunch of cardboard. This is a tissue box, and it worked out really well. Basically, I'm just cutting a oval shape, and you probably can't tell yet, but I'm making Stitch. So, flashback to my 10 things to do when you're bored video when I literally drew Stitch. So, yeah. Just let it be. I love Stitch. Stitch is amazing. So, and he's such an easy shape to draw. So, yeah, let's just move past that. So basically, I cut a slit in the top oval and then slid it onto the bottom one. Now I'm cutting the ears. Throughout this whole thing, I was talking with my friends, and we were having a blast. So yeah, we were just crafting together. But about halfway through the video, I could not FaceTime them, so I just told them to finish their projects off camera. So yeah, now I am finishing off the head by adding a few more supports just so it's easier when I do the paper mache portion. So right here you can see the screen recording stopped. Basically, we ran out of time on the Zoom call because we couldn't do FaceTime because one of my friends only could do Zoom. So yeah, that's why it stopped for a portion of this. So now I'm just gluing on those supports. Yeah. Now I'm just kind of reinforcing it, making his head. Now what I'm doing is doing the back. You can't really see the back as well. But I was showing my friends, but not showing you guys. So yeah. But I do like this angle. So it's a good angle. You can see more of my page, what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm probably gonna work like this for bigger crafts like this. So I totally encourage you guys to try what I'm doing at home. This is super easy. So now what I'm doing is crumpling some newspaper, and I put it off to the side because I haven't actually gotten to that step yet. So right now I'm making his little feet by just making his leg and then sticking a foot on it. Then I'm cutting the top of a can with an X-Acto knife. Be careful when you're doing this, and if you are littler or just have adult. If you are younger, have adult supervision while cutting a can. So I was debating a lot on this, but I decided just to go with the can on the body, but it was too big at first, so that's why I cut it. And it looks round at the bottom. I was debating on what to do with the feet, but I ultimately decided just to glue it one strip of cardboard to a little circle for its foot and his leg. That's ultimately what I decided to do. Took me a while because I didn't really know what I was going to do. Again, I did not plan any of this, neither did my friends. We did literally not plan. Kira did write a little list of ideas while she was doing it, but we did not plan beforehand. There's the screen recording, it's back again. Yeah, so now you can see what they're doing. Kira is making a tin out of matchboxes, and Emily is making a book sculpture. So yeah. Now I am gluing the feet to the body and folding down any sharp edges on the can. Now I'm making his arms by doing the same thing. Basically, I'm just cutting the arm and then cutting a little circle for his hand. And now I'm just cutting that, You can see Kira taking all the matches out of the matchboxes. And Emily is making her book sculpture at the bottom corner. So right next to me is Kira, at the bottom is Emily. So now I'm crumpling newspaper and hot gluing it to the little indents that I've created. This just gives it support and it gives more form to the piece so that it is easier to glue the strips of newspaper later in the process. So now I'm just gluing a bunch of crumpled newspaper balls to the thing, and yeah, just hot gluing a lot. Oh, camera fell. Whoops. Now I am busting up the Mod Podge So if you don't have Mod Podge, Elmer's glue does work. Or you can use 2 parts water, 1 part flour to make a actual paper mache mix. But in the spirit of the challenge, I would recommend using Elmer's glue or Mod Podge. Yeah, just any liquid glue. So I kind of got off camera through a bit of this because I needed to get it close. And my friend said they were off camera for some of this, and I get it because they're working and they are not used to filming every little bit that they do. So at some point, Kira is off camera. She told me to tell you guys. Sorry for the running out of time thing on the Zoom call. Happens every time. So that will go away in a couple seconds. But yeah, so Kira got off camera because she was hot gluing for a bit. She just wanted me to let you guys know that. And Emily got off camera later in the video. And why is that covering? So yeah, I'm kind of off camera throughout some of this. Had to get close to do this. So yeah, now I'm just kind of securing everything down. I'm using a paintbrush for this because it's easier to apply the glue with the paintbrush than if you used like anything else. You could always use a sponge, works about the same. Paintbrush just works really well. Again, I'm off camera because it had to get really close to it to do this. So great. So right about now, I'm going straight to screen recording, and that is the only footage I have. The camera that was in front of me, but died, so couldn't use it. So now we're just going off of my phone Zoom call meeting screen recording. So now Kira is on the bottom and Emily is on the top next to me. She's the one that's more sideways. Kira's right below me. So yeah, now I'm just kind of making Stitch's head, adding more paper, wrapping his ears, making him have a shape. So yeah, it's gonna be like this for about 3 to 5 minutes. So probably less than that because I sped it up. But yeah, this happened to be what happened. So yeah, we're just going off this. My camera looks backwards. Huh. Whatever. So yeah, I'm just wrapping his ears. I don't really know what my friends are doing because we were talking about random stuff. Like at one point, I told them about all the Stitch stuff I have. No joke, my friend made me a card with Stitch. My other friend painted me a Stitch painting. When I went to Disneyland for my cousin's 5th birthday, I got 3 Stitch plushies, no joke. And I drew Stitch in the 10 things to do when you're bored video. And my first pillow that I made when I started sewing for the first time was a fabric that someone gave to me of Stitch. And I was doing chalk art, and the first thing I drew out of chalk for our driveway was Stitch, off of memory because he has such a simple little shape. So yeah, right now we were taking a style quiz, like what aesthetic do you have? So that's why I have a Kindle. My friends wanted me to mention like all this play-by-play, like what we're talking about, because it was funny. All the Stitch stuff I have, why not? So yeah, I'll probably accumulate more Stitch items, and I just accumulated one more. At the end, I have B-roll of a bunch of Stitch stuff with the Stitch statue at the very end. Spoiler alert, but it's okay. Yeah, it's kind of funny though. It was the same birthday, and 2 people drew/painted me Stitch. So that's just funny. Like Stitch is definitely, I think I have more favorite characters than Stitch. I love Stitch though. He is adorable. I didn't add the little fluff, now that I mention it, to his head. Huh. Whoops. He's not an exact replica, of course. He's made out of a can, a tissue box, and newspaper. Like, not gonna be the most exact thing you ever find. So, sorry if you heard that. I am doing this around 10 o'clock at night. So don't know why I'm editing this late, but whatever. I want to get you guys this video out about on time. So yeah, I know this is late. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about why this video is late. So last week, I had a lot to do. I was getting back in the gist of schoolwork, and I just had a lot to do. So I couldn't do a video, sadly. But this week kind of made up for it, and I'm sorry it is late. It just took longer than expected. So now, beautiful footage of my feet. Walking to our spray painting area. So I was painting a clipboard. So yeah, now I'm just gonna prop you guys up, and I'm using just a random can of spray paint, and we're just gonna spray paint Stitch. Again, this is filmed on a different day, and for the rest of the video until the outro, my friends are not in it, just because we were on different schedules, and that was the only day we could actually paint or do the crafts together. So this is filmed over 3 days, and they were doing it, so we never really had time to do it again, like together, until we did the outro a few days ago. So yeah, I am struggling to spray paint because I'm not the best spray painter. But again, this is just a base coat so that the paint, you can't like see all the little pictures through. It just will make everything easier. It doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, shaking vigorously. So now, this is the next day after that spray painting, so 2 days later. So now I'm just putting Stitch colors, so 2 shades of blue, pink, white, and black for his eyes, and the pink for his ears. So I hot glued little pieces that were sticking out, so I'm doing that now. So little pieces that the glue just didn't stick down, because it will make the painting process smoother. It will make the painting process smoother, and it will just, everything will be stuck together and stuck down, and it will make life easier. So yeah, I definitely recommend this, and this is not the best way to do paper mache. I will do a paper mache video, like an actual tutorial. This is just simple paper mache. So if you really want to try this, I think it is super fun. Just be prepared to get a bunch of glue on your hands. So now I'm taking this darkest out of the 2 blues and getting a first coat. I think this took me about 3 coats for this first color. So yeah, just be aware that this is just some Craft Smart paint. I think it was Mediterranean blue, sky blue, or pale blue, one of those 2. Pink, like a light pink, black and white. So pretty sure those are the color names. Similar enough. Gosh, that was loud. Sorry for the headphone users out there. I was like yelling into the microphone. So, I'm just painting and painting. This is 2 coats later, or about 2 coats later. I don't really remember. I know I took a break in between these to let it dry. Yep, there we go. Now it's dry and all the coats are done. I did a few off camera. Now I'm painting the little splotchy things around his eyeballs. Yep, in the sky blue or the light blue. You only need really 2 shades of blue for this whole project. Like actual paint. I do use paint pens, but for some of it. Now I'm painting on his mouth, or like the little light shade of blue on his mouth that connects to his stomach. So I'm painting that. Again, a few patches were messy, and I did have to go back with the darker blue on some places that I just missed. So yeah. So now I'm going back in with the light blue to patch up that area. Yeah. So I did let this dry for a couple minutes. Now there! Oh my gosh, he has eyes-ish. And a mouth. So that paint pen didn't work, so I'm going to use a dark blue paint pen for his nose. Wow, it's already done. Magic of editing, people. So now we're just going to paint on his little belly and his little feety and his little papas. Yeah. And then we're going to go back in with the paint pen and put on his little papas. So I don't like nails or whatever you want to call that. Now we're painting on the tip of his ears, like the pink part. But I did realize that one of his ears is backwards, so I cut it off and gave Stitch surgery. Now I'm putting in little white shines. Okay, so here's the before. And here's the after. As I promised, the Stitch collections. My friend painted that. Shout out to her. You know who you are. And I sewed the pillow.
Thank you guys so much for watching. But before you go, we're going to each show you our finished product. So I already kind of showed you guys, but I made Stitchy Stitch. So now I'm going to have my friends do it. So first, let me turn on the screen recording. That might be nice.
Which
Okay.
Stitch looks like Tasmania.
So
But
they're going to be appearing on one side of the screen. So Kira, you're going to go first.
okay, so basically, if you guys don't remember what I did a Christmas tin and I covered it in matchboxes with matches. And here is how it turned out.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
And then inside I just keep all my money because, I mean, like, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Emily, it is your turn.
Well, you might remember I did. You probably don't because I was like off camera half the time and I like don't know how to use the camera apparently. Same. But I found the worst stuff possible: soda cans, cardboard, old paintbrushes, twine. Actually not twine. I remember it barely. I only used one strip of twine. That was like an old one. But I made this little craft.
Bravo, bravo.
That's really good.
That looks good.
I like how the dress like flows over the pages. Thank you. That was not on purpose. Her head is way too big because I had to use like a vitamin bottle kind of. But I've never really done anything like challenge-wise. Like the only art thing I do is just like occasional painting. So I mean, like, I think it looks good.
Okay.
So I'm just like flexing with the audience, like, wow, I'm okay, you're gonna hate me for this, but I kind of was expecting something like, because just how you were talking about it earlier, I was not expecting it to go that good, but like now it's really, really good.
Okay, so in total, in all, I made Stitch out of a can and what else was a tissue box. Kira made a container out of a Christmas tin that she was throwing away and matchboxes. And Emily made a sculpture out of a book. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and turn on the post notification bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. And just to see what you guys think, comment down below or answer the poll in the iCard on which one of us you like the best.
Oh, God.
Why not? Okay. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.